Hey there, we are going to make something called an agamograph. It is inspired by an Israeli artist. I forget the name at the moment. But basically you can look at it one way and see one side of it and look at the other and see the other side of it. When you make your art project today, I want you to think of two contrasting ideas. Either the colors, the scenery, the shapes, one side being color, one side being black and white, one side having all circles, one side being all squares, one side night, one side day, one side one kind of color, one side another kind of color, whatever it may be you're trying to come up with. Really think complete opposite. I really liked this one. This one had two different kind of emojis. One had a shocked face, the other one had a smiley face. So your paper should say 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, then 1B, 2B, 3B, 4B. You will get a final copy paper that will say 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, 3A, 3B, 4A, 4B. But your actual paper that you should have should say 1A, 2A in the corner. If it doesn't, please stop and make sure you tell the teacher. You will need crayon, scissors, and glue. Now, on this paper, you're going to fold it in half and then stick to the side A. And think of something that's a common theme that you can draw. Think of similar colors, similar shapes, whatever it may be. And then on the other side, you will draw something completely opposite. So for this side, I want to use all the cool colors, which is blues, purples, and greens. And I want to do freeform shapes like swirls and circles and, organic, things like that. So I'm just going to go in and draw all these swirl shapes or swirl designs, curved lines. Just going to go in, and you don't have to do abstract. If you want to do a scenery, you can. If you want to draw an animal, you can. Just make sure you're able to get it done in one class period. So I'm just grabbing some other colors. I love that color, all the glitter crayons. Okay. And one thing I want to emphasize is do try to color in your background because it'll look nicer when you glue it. So I'm just taking a light purple and just quickly coloring. Obviously, you can color darker if you want. Now the other side, I'm going to use completely different set of colors, all my warm colors, yellows, oranges, reds. And instead of curved lines, freeform lines, organic shapes, I'm going to do all geometric, which is anything with straight lines. So those are my two contrasting ideas, warm colors versus cool colors, geometric versus organic, or shapes versus lines, really, you could think of it that way. So I'm just going to go in, and remember, like I said, it can be scenery, it can be animals, it just needs to be very opposite. Do not draw the exact same thing on the opposite side of your paper. And then I'm going to just go in and color. Once you're done, you will go to your teacher and say you are ready for final copy. When you get your final copy, first thing is, I actually do this incorrectly the first time, so please ignore this part. You want to actually fold it like a fan. So you don't want to fold it inward like doors closing. You actually want to fold it the other way. So see how it's going under? Just keep going like that. Now, you got to be careful because if you don't fold on those lines, your agamograph will not turn out the way you want it. So when you're folding, you're going to flip it just like you would with a fan. So see that? It should look just like a fan. Then you're going to open it, and now it's time to glue. So I'm going to cut this in half, put that one to the side, and I'm going to cut these strips. Cut as neatly as you can. Now you're going to make it match up. So 1A with 1A, 2A with 2A, 3A with 3A, 4A with 4A. I recommend putting glue on the strip of paper and the final copy paper. Make sure right before you glue down that it matches. So 2A needs to match with 2A. That's why I wrote numbers on there. 3A needs to be 3A. 4A needs to be 4A. Perfect. Now it's time for the other. So go ahead and cut those as neatly as possible. All right. 1B on 1B. 2B with 2B. I am running out of glue, as you can see. And that's all I've got. So then you do that. Then you just kind of fold it back up like the fan. Perfect. And then if you just look at it from both sides, you should be able to see the two sceneries.